Thank you for joining us here on YouTube. Be sure to check out RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com for everything Royal Caribbean related. RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. I just got to turn on the recording right here. And yeah, I think we're good on that one. Oops. I don't know what just happened. Output. That's fine. That's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm not going to touch it. Welcome, everybody. Glad to have you all here. My name is Matt. I'm from RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. Every Monday night, we hang out with you guys talking Royal Caribbean together. Thank you for joining us here on YouTube. We got lots of fun in store for you today as we answer your Royal Caribbean cruise questions. And of course, there's only one question that's the most important, and that is how many days until your next Royal Caribbean cruise? Type your countdown in chat. Let's count down together. And happy Monday to everybody. Glad to see everybody in the house here. I've got Odyssey of the Seas coming up next month, which is awesome. Can't wait for that. We've got the actually Royal Caribbean is going to have its Odyssey of the Seas inaugural sailing, though I'm assuming the Godmother may be announced there, and that'll have a revenue sailing as well on board. So got Odyssey coming up next month, and we have the Royal Caribbean Blog group cruise on Harmony of the Seas over Thanksgiving. Lots to be excited for, and I'm excited for it as well. So even more important. So. Hey, Tony's on board Odyssey of the Seas right now. Actually, Tony, you're why are my graphics all different today? You're on a ship actually with some friends of mine. Big Dog Ron is on there. Laura O'Donnell is there. Tyler is there. So you've got some friends joining us, or joining you, I should say, on board. So keep a weathered eye out for that. I think I got the colors back there. So. Hey, Susie Junko, hello and welcome. Glad to have all of you here. We're here to answer your Royal Caribbean cruise questions. What is on your mind? Did you see Michael Bailey's cryptic message? Big announcement tomorrow. What do you guys think it is? I don't know. It's a really, really good question. So, Jamie, starting us off here, says, Matt, I have to tell you your advice about your advice on the lava flow with Kraken rum is the bomb. Nice. I am so glad to hear, buddy, that you enjoyed that. I guess switch the color. This is a little too, there we go. That's better. That's, I think, more close to what we're used to. So, whoa, we got some super chats coming in, starting with Josh Carruthers. Woo! Thank you, Josh, for the epic super chat. Matt, 18 and 21 days till Freedom of the Seas back to back, and then 34 days till the epic Royal Caribbean Blog group cruise. No one does this anymore, and I'm doing it. Harmony of the Seas. My question is to you. What do you think Michael Bailey's big announcement is? Guys, did you see this? I posted about this just a couple hours ago at RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. Michael Bailey, Royal Caribbean's president and CEO, said big news is going to be announced soon, on the horizon. He actually first said it was like news of a lifetime, and then he edited it down to big news. Big news is still big news. I'll take that. And I don't know what it's going to be, quite frankly. There's a lot of possibilities. New ships, new announcements, Icon of the Seas, something we're not even thinking about. I'm excited. I love this. Isn't it great that not only we have cruise ships back, Josh, but we have exciting cruise news back again? Love this. Love it, love it, love it. And John Corey coming with the super chat. Woo! Pear sliding on the floor on his knee saying, goal. Thank you, John Corey, for the super chat. Josh, as always, my friend, thank you so much. I'll get you back on the Harmony of the Seas. I'll make up for it. So, Pam wants to know, do we... Oh, Pam, I almost banned you. That would be bad, Pam. Hold on a second. Got to click on the right thing. There we are. Pam wants to know, do we need a mask in Central Park? You do not. You're outdoors. You're good to go. Do we know what the shows are in Wonder? We do not. Nathan wants to know why Adventure isn't getting the blue hull. Seems strange they don't keep the livery consistent throughout the fleet. You know, so what Nathan is talking about, if you've seen some new Royal Caribbean cruise ships, or maybe even some ships that have been refurbished lately, they get this blue hull on the back. The bottom part of the ship on the outside, closer to the water, gets this light blue hue to it. It's been something Royal Caribbean's been doing for probably since, I think Quantum of the Seas may have been the first one, but in the last 10 years or so, let's say. And I don't know, quite frankly, Nathan. It's a question for somebody in Royal Caribbean. They've never actually talked about it. Like, I don't think we've ever gotten an official answer as to why they started going with this blue hull. A lot of people assume that it was for energy conservation. You know, sunlight is absorbed more by white than it is blue. Blue bounces it back, thus it keeps the ship cooler, thus it saves on energy costs. That's been I think that's the running assumption, but don't know. Marlena, not even close. I'm sorry, Marlena. Is the escape room up and running yet? It is. Yes, I can tell you the escape room is running on Oasis of the Seas, Mariner of the Seas. So it's up and running on the ships that have it. So Greg wants to know what's going on La Biddy. Buddy, if I knew, I'd let you know. Royal Caribbean has not been back to La Biddy yet since the restart. there's a lot of factors I think involved with them. Number one, Haiti in general is not well vaccinated at all. They've largely rejected the vaccine. Then they had their president got assassinated. Then they had an earthquake. There's a lot of ancillary reasons as to why we have never gotten an official answer. Old School Bailey with the super chat. Thank you, Old School Bailey. On Oasis right now in a solo balcony, racking up those Crown and Anchor points. Just this is dollars, but it's still the same thing. You're racking it up. Love it. Hope you're having an awesome time on the Oasis of the Seas. And April checking in with a major super chat. Woo! Thank you, April. April, I didn't see a message in here. I'm going to look in the chat. Keep an eye out. Sometimes people with super chats, they get disconnected there, but I'll keep an eye out. April, thank you so much for your generosity. Very, very kind of you. And another April, not the April that super chatted us, but still another April. Hello, April. It is good to see you. So Heather wants to know, do you regret not eating at the main dining room when having a limited dining plan? I kind of do. I love the main dining room, Heather. I'm a main dining room kind of guy. I love specialty dining. Don't get me wrong. But main dining room for me is like, it brings me back because that's where I used to, when I first started cruising, I love the main dining room. I like having the same wait staff and them knowing me and all this kind of stuff. My wife, on the other hand, not a big fan of the main dining room because she's a little more of a picky eater. So she likes having different cuisines at different restaurants. So yeah, I actually do feel that way to some extent. So we got a lot. Holy moly. The amount of super chats coming in right now is nuts. Steve Lewis, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. I see April. Oh, no, wait. Did I miss I see Tony Diaz here. Hello. Was this the April? Hold on a second. Yeah, April. So this was April's message. April meant to write, hey, thanks for all your information. Thank you, April, for your generosity. I really appreciate it. All right, Steve Lewis coming with a super chat. Thank you, Steve. Pam Curtis Davey coming in with an epic super chat. Woo! Thank you so much. Appreciate it, guys. And Kenny K coming in with a super chat. No vaccine date, no mass dates, and Allure coming to Galveston early. Oh, this is Kenny's prediction for, and wishful thinking, if you ask me, for Michael Bailey's little tweet there, little hint. I mean, anything's possible, Kenny. Hey, if you end up being right, we can all say you were right and Matt mocked you. But yeah, hope you're right. Brandon with the super chat. Thank you, Brandon Hilliard. Matt, hope you enjoyed our show in 270 on Odyssey. We loved it. Yeah, we were there. Checking out the book. I love 270 in general. Got a chance to say hello to Brandon when I was there. I was doing a live stream up there. And then after the live stream, Brandon said hello. And it was so nice to be able to meet folks on there. Brandon, I'm coming back on board next month. So, buddy, I don't think I can't buy you a beer, I don't think. But we'll figure something out, Brandon. Send me an email. We should definitely sync up when I'm on board the ship. So, Russell's got a great question. How does Royal Caribbean name its ships like Harmony, Symphony, Odyssey? It's a great question. So it's a collaborative effort, Russell, right? Number one, you've got some names that internally Royal Caribbean has. In addition, in the past, I should say, they've worked with outside agencies to come up with good branding names. In the past, they used to have like themes like, the Freedom class, freedom, liberty, independence, right? All three have a very common theme around it. The Voyager class, Voyager, Explorer, Navigator, Mariner, same kind of theme. Recently, that theme has kind of been like, whatever sounds good is better than a theme necessarily, right? Quantum, Anthem, Ovation, Spectrum, Odyssey. I don't know that they're all that much connected, but, but it's basically a collaborative effort that kind of come up with a pool of names, whittle it down based on what the outside agent thinks of, what the executives think about, and then ultimately Royal Caribbean picks one and goes from there. So, Mr. Bob Newell, hello and welcome. Al says, somebody on your blog today was talking about how they inherited their parents' Simon Plus status. Can you elaborate? Yeah, actually, my kids have done the same thing, Al. So when as an adult, if you have kids who are under 18, they inherit your Crown and Anchor status. And so what that means, Al, is they don't get your points. They get your status. So what I mean by that is, let's say you're Diamond Plus, and tomorrow you have your firstborn kid. Never take another cruise, right? You never go on with them another cruise, but that child will have your status of Crown and Anchor Society, but their points will be back at 0. What that means is they will accrue as they take cruises by themselves or with you. They will accrue points, but they will never move up past the status they gained from you until they actually gain enough points to do so. But obviously, Al, if you move up the system, they get that as well. That applies also to spouses and your children. So hope that makes sense. Sue Lee with a super chat. Thank you, Sue Lee. Hi, Matt. 49 Days Till Adventure of the Seas back to back to back. Fantastic. Adventure canceled the November 3rd sailing. Do you think Adventure will be out of dry dock
and in Galveston by December 6th so I can board it, LOL. I hope so, Sue. I don't have any more insight than you do. Sometimes it's not unheard of for dry docks to take a little bit longer than planned. I remember Oasis of the Seas had that issue as well. I remember, was that Navigator? I think Navigator had that. There was overruns are not uncommon, not unheard of in dry dock situations. It's just like, it's like doing renovations on your house till you hold the walls down. You don't know what's behind there until you start doing the work. And that's kind of like that. So hopefully. Hey, Tim Moore, thank you for the super chat, buddy. I appreciate it. How long does it take to eat at Chops or any special restaurant? How long for a main dining room? It's a good question, Tim. Thank you for your generosity. I would say in general, the amount of time to dine at a restaurant depends. Generally speaking, I think there's a baseline. It's somewhere between 60 and 90 minutes. But you can keep in mind, by the way, if you need to get somewhere or you just want to be out of there quicker, tell the wait staff. They can definitely work with you. I think if you say nothing, my most common scenario is I'm in and out of there in about 90 minutes or so, plus or minus 10 minutes or so, give or take, right? It's unusual to go past 2 hours. It's also unusual to be in and out in an hour. So it's right around that 90-minute mark. But again, if you're going there, like we're going to the main dining room, we're going to Chops, but we've got a show coming up soon, let the staff know they can expedite it. Or you can say, listen, it's our anniversary. We want to take it easy. We're in no rush tonight. Kids are not with us. They can also take a little bit slower for you. So definitely talk to them about what's going on. Becky Menken from MEI Travel is here. Hello, Becky. Becky says, I would love to know what the announcement is. Yeah, you and me both. If you let me know, we've got a called a suicide pact. It's not that. It's a mutually beneficial pact right there. April wants to know, does Odyssey have a Broadway show? It does not. At least not yet anyway. So Devin wants to know, which of the newer ships would be 5 years or newer would you recommend? Oasis class or Quantum class, Devin? Oasis Allure, that's not really 5 years, but Odyssey, the brand new Odyssey of the Seas, Symphony, Harmony of the Seas, fantastic. You'll love any of those. Really, really good stuff right there. We got to catch up with the super chats, guys. I'm sorry, we got to push through lots of great questions. I'm gonna try to get as many as I can. And remember, if I don't get to your question right now, don't worry. There'll be an opportunity a little bit later on as it kind of quiets down a little bit. Josh B, thank you for the super chat. Besides the secret sandwich at Perfect Day at Coco Key, what is your must-eat food there? 28 days till our first ever Royal Caribbean cruise on Odyssey. Ooh, Josh, thank you for the super chat. My other must-eat, besides I'm going to give you a couple. So the secret sandwich is at the Snack Shack at Perfect Day at Coco Key. There's a couple of Snack Shack locations around Coco Key. They're complimentary, no additional cost. And basically, it's a chicken sandwich, a crispy chicken sandwich with mozzarella sticks and marinara sauce on it. It's so good. It's like a poor man's chicken parm sandwich. It's really good. I would say the aforementioned mozzarella sticks are absolutely great. I would recommend those quite a bit. Those are excellent. And I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about the filet mignon at the Cocoa Beach Club. I am going on record. I've said this before, but I'll say it again. I think the filet mignon at the Cocoa Beach Club is the best steak anywhere you can cruise with Royal Caribbean. That includes on board the ships in a specialty restaurant or anywhere else. It's phenomenal. Really, really good. So the Teresa McChain coming in with the super chat. Woo! Thank you, Teresa. 11 days till freedom of the seas, trying to pass the days. Well, you know what? We're getting a little closer every day, Teresa, just a little bit. And later this week, you get to do the single digit dance. So think about what dance you want to do on that day right there. So Jeff wants to know, love the info. Thank you. For the 2 bottles of wine we can bring, should it be in a carry-on or checked bags? Put it in your carry-on bags. It's a great question because if you put it in your checked luggage, the x-ray machine can't tell if this is liquor or wine. So it will say, wait a minute, this bag has some sort of mystery liquid in it. And what they're going to do is they're going to hold the bag back. Meanwhile, Jeff, you're waiting in your room like, hey, where's that blue bag with the wine in it? Yeah, you're going to have to wait and go down to security later on. Don't do that. Put in your carry-on luggage. You'll have no issues whatsoever right there. So good question. Let's see. Jamie wants to know, how do I get a free cabin upgrade? Jamie, when you figure it out, you let me know. The truth is there really isn't a verifiably simple way of doing so. Free upgrades are rare and not common, quite frankly. It rarely happens. I would say if you book a guarantee stateroom, perhaps that would be a way for it to occur, because guarantee rooms, by the way, when you book a guarantee, what you're telling Royal Caribbean is, I am not going to pick the specific room. I'm not going to pick like room 8206. Instead, you're going to let Royal Caribbean pick the room for you. And Royal Caribbean says, we will guarantee that we will give you a room of the category you book or higher. So what that means is if you booked an inside room and they sell out of inside rooms, then you can be bumped up to Ocean View. That's kind of along those lines, but truly, Jamie, there's not like, there really isn't. I wouldn't say you should do that to get an upgrade. It doesn't really happen. It's if you do that, if you actually get the upgrade, Jamie, I would say you should go play the lottery because your luck is up right there. So Jazzy going on Allure this season for Thanksgiving. So excited. Fantastic, dude. Love that. Yeah, love Allure of the season. Going over a holiday is really, really nice. Like it quite a bit. Let's see here. Next question. And I hope I'm saying this name right. Hortensia. Oh man, I mispronounced Hortensia Guerrero. Welcome. How do you feel about New Year's cruise? We're going on Navigator in Los Angeles December 31st. How is Chef's Table on Navigator? First of all, you're going on Navigator the day I get off the ship, so I'll try to keep it in one piece for you. New Year's is fantastic. It's a big floating party because, you know, the best part of New Year's Eve is letting go, is having drinks and celebrating. And the last thing you want to do is drive or, you know, worry about any of those kind of things. Then on a cruise ship, it's all taken care of for you. It's a giant party. Basically, there are different parties all over the ship, and it's up to you which one you want to go to. There'll be a big like New Year's Eve style party, like Times Square, up on the promenade. There'll be like a club party, probably up in the the Viking Crown Lounge. You're going to have special events on board. They give you free the noisemakers, which are super annoying. The Happy New Year's hats, but it's a giant party. And Chef's Table is really great. If you're a foodie, if you're an adventurous eater, and can allocate a lot of time, it is really, really good. So, let's see. Chuck is going on Independence of the Season, December. What to do in Nassau? You know, there's I would say number one, you plan an excursion. I would say number two, there are two excursions. A lot of people, I've only done one of these, but a lot of people really like them both. And that is Blue Lagoon and Pearl Island. You can book both through Royal Caribbean. I've done Blue Lagoon. I liked it quite a bit. I thought it was nice. And Pearl Island, I'm not done, but I've heard very good things about it. There's many different options you can do there at either one, but you'll see in your cruise planner at Royal Caribbean's website. That's probably a good starting point, I would say. Lorna is here. Hello, Lorna. If we cancel our cruise, take FCC, will our onboard credit transfer to our next cruise? It will not. Unfortunately, that's the only issue with that. So it will not. Dark Arts Projects. Thank you for the super chat. Can you tell us how the changes the key affects embarkation, getting mixed messages about after speaking with Royal Caribbean service agent? Also, how does the unlimited room service work in lieu of Chop's lunch? Well, I'll start with the easy one. The unlimited room service is basically you just order room service. And you don't get a bill for it. Usually when you order room service, Dark Arts, without the key, you would get a, okay, just leave him alone. Cat's walking in here and he's not feeling so well. There's Gabby. See you guys. Leave the cat alone, okay? So you order unlimited room service, and that's it. You're good to go. You don't get a bill at the end of the cruise for it, so that's pretty simple. The key, and I've written about this at RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com for embarkation. What Royal Caribbean is saying with the key, and I haven't tested this out, but I did actually purchase it for my Odyssey of the Seas cruise coming up. Basically, you still do the normal check-in procedure, but perhaps there's a special line for you. Honestly, it doesn't sound like you get a special embarkation if you ask me, but I have not officially done it. But it does not sound like it is like it used to be pre-pandemic, where you would be able to show up anytime you wanted and just roll in there. You still have to do the online check-in because that's part of the process of ensuring that the protocols are adhered to in terms of not being too crowded in there, as well as ensuring that all your proper information is already preloaded in there. But I would assume perhaps that if you and I checked in at the same time and you had the key and I did not, theoretically you'd get on faster than I do. I don't know if that's the case or not. We'd have to wait and see. So, hey, KB in the UK is here. What's up, KB? Can you buy a round of drinks for 5 to 6 people using your drink package? You cannot. The drink package is for you only, your benefits. Now, you could tell the bartenders, listen, I have the drink package, but I want to buy these 5 chaps a round of beers. Just charge it to my room. That is okay, but you may not use it. You may not share the benefits of the drink package with other guests. So, Mike wants to know, is there a website or a place I can look up questions used on trivia games? That's called cheating, sir, and no, you cannot. Not that I'm aware of anyway. Let's put it that way. right, some more super chats coming in, starting off with my very good friend, Mr. Tony Diaz. Thank you, Tony. Appreciate it. What are the steps of the single-digit dance? I'm pretty sure it's a mix of the Macarena, the white man for the back and forth shuffle, and whatever else you can think of from your high school prom. I'm pretty sure it's a mixture of all of that. Sport Crazy, he's got our next question for us. In your opinion, do you think if someone paid $179 to be in the Cocoa Beach Club, they should at least include a glass of wine with your meal? I mean, sure, but it's kind of a there's a word for this. I don't know what it is, but it's kind of like, I mean, you're adding that perceived value to it. I mean, the Cocoa Beach Club is fantastic. I've always said when it comes to the Cocoa Beach Club, I think that if your price is $100 or less per person, it's totally worth it to go to the beach club. Above 100 and 179 is a lot of money. I mean, I love the Cocoa Beach Club restaurant. You just heard me rant about how awesome the steak is there. I don't know that it's worth 179, but listen, there's a lot of folks that are out there that are on vacation. This may be their first cruise back after 18, 19 months of no cruises, first vacation in general since 2019, 2020. You want to splurge. I don't blame you. I'm not going to say you shouldn't spend that money. At the end of the day, it's a splurge. But it's a very high price for the Cocoa Beach Club. But at the end of the day, it's that or nothing, I guess. So what are you going to do, right? The Teresa McChain, thank you for the super chat. Tony Diaz, you lead, I'll follow. What? Oh, the single digit dance. Got it. Okay. We're having a conversation here in super chat, which is interesting. Thank you. Kim Oakland with the super chat. Woo! Kim, my parents are joining us on a 3-nighter on Independence in January. We'd like to celebrate their 60th anniversary. It's in April. Who should we talk to about this? Depends where you want to celebrate. I would say you're going to more than likely, you're going to pick a restaurant to celebrate it, I assume. So you want to talk to the manager, the maitre d' of the restaurant. That's where I would start, Kim, if that's your angle at a restaurant, whether it's the main dining room, whether it is the specialty restaurant. Just go up there, let them know what's going on. They can totally assist you with making something special happen for you. So, Steve wants to know, what is the Broadway show on Harmony of the Seas? It is, hang on. It's not Grease, right? It's, oh gosh, where's my wife when I need her? Hold on. It's coming to me. No, it's Grease. It's Grease because Symphony has Hairspray. Pretty sure I have that right. You guys let me know in chat if I'm incorrect on that one. I'm pretty sure that is the case. Man, it's been so long I've been on Harmony of the Seas. That's how long it's been. I'm starting to forget some of the shows on there. So Russell says, post-COVID, dress up for formal nights or meh? I say go for it. I like dressing up. I think it's fun. Plus, if you're anything like me, Russell, you get all your family photos on a cruise ship, and we needed new family photos, so we actually like dressing up for that reason. Terry loves Chef's Table. There's a lot of people who love Chef's Table. I mean, I think when it comes to Chef's Table, you need to be an adventurous eater. If you're a picky eater, it's probably lost on you, the experience. But if you are, it's great. So, all right, now Susan says it's Grease, so maybe I'm getting them backwards. Harmony has Grease. Okay. Yes, that's correct. Right. No, I had it right. And Symphony has Hairspray. Yeah. Okay. Glad I got that right. Hey, 12th Man Proud is here. Hello, 12th Man. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Ron Ladowski with an epic super chat. Woo! No question. Just want to hear you go. Woo! Again. Appreciate it, Ron. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for your generosity as always. Have a tequila shot on me, my friend. Let's see. How often do y'all go live? Every Monday we are live here on YouTube. 7:30 p.m. hanging out here talking Royal Caribbean. So I still have more. Wow, I still have a lot more super chats to catch up with. I'm so sorry. Kimberly, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. There's Kimberly's message is, what if I'm not happy with my flight home after my cruise and I booked the Royal Caribbean? I will be at the airport 15 hours before I get to fly home. Well, you could go call Royal Caribbean Air to Sea and see if you can change the cruise option. That's certainly a possibility. I would say that's an option for you. That would be your best recourse to do. That's your only recourse, quite frankly. I understand staying in the airport's not a great idea, Kimberly. One idea you could also consider, depending on which city you're in, maybe get a day pass for a hotel. A lot of hotels will offer these day rates where you can go and just have a place to hang out, take a nap, shower, as opposed to just sitting in the terminal for however many hours, which I agree is totally not ideal. But maybe call Royal Caribbean Air to Sea, see if there's a way for you to change your flights. That would be your best recourse at this point. Thank you for your generosity. Rhonda York, thank you for your generosity. I'll look for your message here in a minute. Garrett, thank you for your generosity. 32 days till the Navigator Thanksgiving cruise. Windjammer's only showing lunch hours on the app. Is that a good sign that Royal Caribbean thinks occupancy will under 50%? I think so, Garrett. And listen, I don't know more than you do, but Royal Caribbean has said when cruise ships restart, they will purposely start at a low capacity and work their way up. So I would absolutely expect that to be the case because Navigator is going to be restarting cruises in November. So you'll be on one of the first sailings. So it seems logical that that would be the case. Rebecca wants to know, why does Royal Caribbean not allow the same home Binax COVID test Princess takes? They say you have to pay $68 for two. You'd have to ask Royal Caribbean that. I don't know. I can tell you that the one that Royal Caribbean allows is approved by the FDA, I believe, and it is supervised. I have no idea which one Princess takes, but I can't answer that question. I do know, excuse me, that for Royal Caribbean, it's very important for those home tests to be supervised to ensure that they're being done properly. There's no shenanigans going on, et cetera, et cetera. But again, I don't know anything about the Princess test, so I really can't answer that question for you. Rhonda's question. Here's Rhonda's question from the super chat. Is the internet worth it? I think Symphony of the Seas is what she wrote. I think so. Listen, I'm a geek, Rhonda. I love it. But, just be able to communicate, be able to, post on Facebook, check in, send emails. Sure. I think it's worth it. Absolutely. I like Royal Caribbean's Wi-Fi. So, let's see. Steve Cohen says, Cocoa Beach Club is $169 for my Wonder of the Seas cruise. I'll go to the free area instead if the price isn't right for you. Absolutely. And you'd have a great day there, my friend, as you already know. Ian, what is the Voyager Seas like for older teens? Should I be looking at newer or bigger ships? The newer, bigger ships have more space and new amenities for the teens. As an example, the new Wonder of the Seas, they have a ginormous space for teens, as most of the older ships have more of a just generic space for it. This doesn't mean it's bad. It doesn't mean like you're in a closet by any means, but you get a lot more and newer with the newer ships. There's no denying that. I'd also point out a lot of teens don't actually hang out in the teens club. They meet there and then go do other things. So it's kind of like homeroom. You start off there, but then you go somewhere else. So it's not like it is for Adventure Ocean for the younger kids who literally are stuck there. I don't want to use that word because they're having fun, but you know what I mean? It's a little different experience. So Jeff, thank you for the super chat, buddy. Appreciate it. I'm gonna have my drink of water here and read your question. Jeff wants to know, Dana actually is asking the question. She wants to know, at what point may we request the minibar fridge be emptied? Can we do that ahead of the cruise, special request, or during embarkation? Actually, it's already emptied for you. A couple of years ago, Royal Caribbean started emptying it on their own because I think there was just too much waste or I don't know what. But they decided, you know what? Let's just leave them empty and leave a little form in your room. And if you want to have it stocked with something, fill out that form. They will stock it for you. So, yeah, back in the day, one of my favorite tips was tell your stateroom attendant, hey, can you please empty the mini fridge? Because all the liquor and chocolates in there would take up all the space. Yeah, no, that you're good going forward, Jeff. No worries at all on that. Randy Patrick, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. Thank you. 100 days till Brilliance of the Seas. Finally, the wife and I are going. Woohoo! After 18 to 20 months of planning and cancellations, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, Cozumel. I added that last part that you said it like that. But, dude, that is so awesome. I love Cozumel. Been there a couple times since the restart, and it is really nice. It does not change much, which is great. So, I don't even know how to pronounce that name. Just got home from Liberty Seas cruise yesterday. Nice, dude. Nice. Ronan wants to know, can children have adult beverages if they're 18 or older? Not on cruises out of the United States. No, I think in Europe they allow that, but not here. Cruises out of North America, the answer is no. Lamar, if I go on a cruise in the Southern Caribbean, which starts at San Juan, and I catch COVID mid-cruise, how will Royal Caribbean get me home if I only have a passport card, not book? That's a great question. I don't know. Because obviously, as you may know, I shouldn't say obviously, you may or may not know this, Royal Caribbean has been flying folks home in private jets, and you cannot fly internationally with a passport card. I am not sure how that works, honestly. I don't know the answer to that one. I know that they are taking care of folks in terms of making sure that they get back home safely. That's something that Royal Caribbean has been, I don't think, gotten enough credit for because they've been doing an excellent job with that. So I would simply say, I'm sure they'll figure something out for you. I don't know what that something will be. I don't want to speculate, but I just simply don't have an example to share with you in that particular scenario. I would advise you, though, if at all possible, get the passport book. It's it's a better investment overall. But I understand you got the card. It's good for how many years. I understand that. But if at all possible, yeah, consider that. Elaine with the super chat. Thank you, Elaine. Appreciate it. I'll look for your message here in a second. Joffrey wants to know, when is Explorer the Sea scheduled for dry dock? She already had it last year. No upgrades. That was canceled as part of, unfortunately, COVID. But she did go in for dry dock last summer. So she had it in 2020. Let's see. That was Elaine. So I'm looking for Elaine's message now. I'm looking for it, Elaine. I'll keep a weathered eye out for it. Jay says, this is, you're almost dating yourself. I mean, I don't know how many people remember this show. For the Teen Club, we need Royal Crush, the second cast. Remember that show? This was like a YouTube series Royal Caribbean sponsored. Their episodes are still out there somewhere. Jay, I'm sure, has links to all of them. What's up, Jay? Hope you're doing well. Holy moly.
Your cousin from Boston.
I don't even know. Thank you so much. Woo! 12th man proud. Coming in with the super chat, getting choked up. Have they stopped making the Binax that's accepted by Royal Caribbean? So there is an interesting story. You probably already read about this on the Royal Caribbean blog message boards, where last year or this year, something like that, Abbott, who makes those Binax tests, they made all these tests, and then the vaccines came out earlier this year, and all of a sudden the demand for tests plummeted. So they started not manufacturing anymore and destroying them. But then now there was a need for them again. I don't know, quite frankly, what the status is currently on that. I do know that if you'd like to get some in the next, if a cruise the next couple of months, it might be a good idea to buy one now. But there may be other at-home options also coming online. But it's kind of an interesting story. I know that Twankster, who may or may not be in our chat, actually, I know he's on here. He's on Odyssey of the Sea, so he's almost certainly not watching me. But if he is, hey, what's up, man? Have a drink with Ron for me. But otherwise, I would say we'll keep an eye on that, because I know that a lot of folks are kind of interested in where that stands. But yeah, I don't know. I've read the same things you have, my friend. But my goodness, 12th man, thank you again for your generosity. You are a legend. Thank you. Susan, thank you for the super chat as well. 6 days Slayer Day of the Seas. Thanks for all you do. Thank you, Susan, for your generosity. I appreciate you. Thank you. Broderick says, maybe you can start planning a cruise down under in Australia in about 10 years when cruising expected to restart here. You use the laughing emoji. I think the crying part of it is probably more apt right there. But yeah, I feel so bad for you folks down there. But the good news is you can start traveling, right? You can start flying. So I hope you have Broderick, I hope you have a flight booked to LA to go on Navigator of the Seas and get on a cruise as soon as possible, my friend. So slap your dead goldfish. That's what it was. Slap your dead goldfish super chat. There you go. Jason Anchiles, thank you for the super chat, buddy. Waiting for Australia dates for 2024 to book my random deposit that has been placed going back on Freedom in May. Can't wait. Nice, dude. Nice. Thank you for your super chat, Jason. I appreciate you. Danielle says, hi, Matt. Is there a date on the COVID test you could take before the cruise? How do they confirm when you actually took the test? Yes. So on every test, they have the date you took it on, Danielle. No matter which test you take, whether you go to CVS, the at-home test, it's got it in there, and they're going to look for it. When you get to the terminal, they're going to check your name, the date you took it, and the fact that it's negative. Those three things are really important on there. So basically, they're going to count backwards. Even if it doesn't say this test was taken 2 days ago or 3 days ago, whatever, they can figure out the date on there. So the date will be printed on your test result. So that's how they know. What is dry dock? Dry dock is when a cruise ship goes in for work. It's like bringing your car into the garage for oil change. That's what dry dock is. They bring it in, do maintenance on it. And literally, the reason why it's called dry dock is to take the ship out of the water into a dock. There's wet dock, in which the ship just sails right into a dock and stays in the water, and they do work there. And then dry dock, where it is brought in, and then they evacuate the water, so that way they can do work underneath the ship without, scuba gear or anything like that. So, Jamie wants to know, can unvaccinated children swim in the indoor pool on Anthem? Yes. Not the solarium, but the regular, because that's just adults only. But yeah, absolutely. And by the way, when you're outdoors in general, it's totally fine. Let's see. So this is an update here from going back to the 12th Man Proud's comment on the EMED website. They say COVID tests are back ordered. Let me take a look at this. Hold on. Maybe we stumbled on something here, and I appreciate you guys' help on this one. So I click on order now. Okay, so you guys are right on this. So, yeah, if you go to emed.com, you can't purchase it on there. You can purchase it still from Optum. You can purchase a 2 or 3-pack from Optum. So it looks like, yeah, the emed COVID-19 verified and validated tests are on back order, and we expect a renewed supply in November as test manufacturing increases their production. So you can still order through Optum, which is Optum is the company that Royal Caribbean partnered with to sell theirs. So it's the same thing. But if you need them now, order them from Optum or through Royal Caribbean's link. It's the same exact thing. But I, in the past, went to emed.com. So thank you, Dinamo. You were 100% right on that. Thank you for helping us out with 12th Man Proud on that, because that's an important question right there. Alex has got a great question. You know, we're gonna talk about this one. So let me take a drink of water. We're gonna answer Alex's question. What's the best sale on the Royal Caribbean website? Great question. And the answer is, it doesn't matter. What do you mean? I'm not made of money, Matt. I want to save money. Yeah, I know that. But Royal Caribbean sales are not like buying jeans at the mall, where you can kind of go there and be like, well, those jeans are $20 today. I'll see. Like jeans are $20 anyway, right? I'm dating myself. Anyway, it's not like buying jeans at the mall. It's more like buying airfare, but there's a little bit different with cruise lines. So here's what I would tell you. If you want to book a cruise, number one, you call your MEI travel agent and you say, MEI Travel, they probably have a name like Beth Dickerson or Rich O. And you say, hey, Beth Dickerson or Rich O or Jackie York or any of those wonderful agents, I'd like to book a cruise. Cool. Now you're saying, well, Matt, I want to save money. I want to get the lowest price possible. How do I know this is the lowest price? Shouldn't I wait for a sale next week or next month or something like that? Yes, but you want to book now and lock in the price. Royal Caribbean allows you to reprice the cruise if there's a better deal at any point between yours today and 48 hours leading up to your sale date. That's right. So actually with their Cruise with Confidence program, which has been enhanced due to COVID, there's actually allowing you to go all the way up to 48 hours. So 3 days before your cruise, if there's a price drop, you call Beth Dickerson to say, Beth, I hear you calling and I need a price drop now. Me and the boys are cruising next week. And they can reprice it for you with or without your singing. And that's actually possible for you to do that. So the reason why I'm saying you shouldn't wait for a sale is if you wait, Alex, the price could go up instead of down. So booking it now locks in the price. If there's a better price, you get to cancel. You get to rebook it. Your MEI travel agent takes care of that. Reprices it for you. There's no penalty, by the way. And then you get the better price. But if the price goes up, you've already got the best price. So that's the way you should be looking at booking your cruises. And let me tell you something. When it comes to repricing, yes, I did a shameless plug for MEI Travel. Full disclosure, MEI Travel is a sponsor of RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. But I'm here to tell you, repricing is so much easier with a good travel agent than doing it on your own. Don't do it on your own. So use them. You're good to go. Let's see. Paul says, on the group cruise, how weird is it to say hello to you or Becky? If you say hi to Becky, it's weird because she is weird. But to me, not weird at all. No, please. That's the whole point of it. I tell people, number one, Paul, group cruise or not, I always tell folks, as long as I'm not yelling at my kids, please feel free to come and say hello to me. Sometimes I am, you got to be a parent, and I'm having a parent moment. Not the best time to say hello. But other than that, please say hello. And on group cruises, that's the whole point of this, is that we're cruising together, man. So you see me, come say hello. And of course, yes, you can say hello to Becky as well. I recommend 6 feet distance, so does the CDC. But otherwise, good to say hello to Becky as well. She's wonderful. Yeah, I amuse myself. Jose Crespo, what's up, Jose? Hey, Matt, I just booked the three cruises for next year when I was on Oasis through Next Cruise. Nice, dude. Fantastic. So, let's see. Darrow wants, what's up, Darrow? Hope you're doing well. Do they usually offer good day one discounts on board? Do you mean the spa or what discounts on what, Darrow? That's because I'm not sure which one you're talking about right there. So, let's see. Paul, that's not singing. Thank you, Paul. Appreciate you backing me up on this one. Pete wants to know, how do you bring more than 2 bottles of wine for a back-to-back? I would just tell them, bring the 4 on embarkation day. I've seen this happen and it's been okay. So listen, number one, don't say anything. And if they say, sir, you got too many bottles of wine, say, we're doing a back-to-back. Show them your set sail pass for cruise number 2. they'll be like, yeah, no, whatever. That's fine. So, yep. Nathan says, any reason to wait to buy at-home COVID tests until November? Protocols are now selling end of November and January. There's a risk that I would say there's very little risk in buying them. I mean, number one, Nathan, I don't know if you got kids or not, but having at-home tests, cruising or not, is really helpful because it really makes it easier to just, you get the sniffles all the time with kids. Somebody doesn't feel well. It's nice to have the test at home. So you'll use them one way or another, I feel like. But if you wanted to wait, I mean, number one, they're in back order from EMED. We just talked about that. So maybe you could wait for them for more stock to come in. I would still buy them. I would err on the side of caution and buy them now anyway. And like I said, you can use them one way or another for, sniffles and whatnot, or a cruise, or book another cruise so you can use them instead. Even better. Cody wants to know, do I have to be vaccinated to cruise the Royal Caribbean? Royal Caribbean has not released its protocols for November or beyond, but as of right now, the answer is yes. If you're above the age of 12 years old, you must be fully vaccinated in order to go on a Royal Caribbean cruise. We have some super chats to catch up on. Cruise Addicts, thank you, buddy, for the super chat. 16 days till my next cruise. So excited for my Oasis of the Seas. Hopefully, I got upgraded with Royal Up. Fingers crossed for you. And again, holy moly, woo!
Your cousin from Boston.
Thank you, 12 Man Proud, for the super chat. What's your advice for a first timer to Coco Key? Free activities are paid if we're not big beach users. I would say if you're not the big beach users, I mean, first of all, it's a really good question. There's a lot of great choices on there. Number one, I think if you're your first time, maybe you just hop around a little bit, see what you gravitate towards. There's a lot of great things to do there, and a lot of it is complimentary. Maybe start off at the Oasis Lagoon, which is the pool area. Let's see if you like that. Maybe you hang out there the whole day, never go anywhere else. That's great. You've got, of course, a number of different beaches you can go to. South Beach, Breezy Bay, Harbor Beach, Chill Island. They're all available to you. They're all complimentary. So I would kind of hop around, see what you kind of gravitate towards, what you like more. There's hammocks over on Chill Island. I'm sure 12 Man Pride, you've seen our video, our full tour of Coco Key. We did a video tour that came out like 3 or 4 weeks ago now. If you haven't, check out that video here on our YouTube channel, because that is going to give you a really good idea of what to expect. And that's what I would do, rather than maybe committing yourself to one particular thing, a cabana or the Coco Beach Club or the water park. Unless, of course, for a fact, like, if you got kids, I mean, young kids, well, the water park is pretty much a slam dunk, right? But that's how I would check it out. Hey, Sharon Stockman is here. Hello, Sharon. It is good to see you. Welcome. Slap. Tony Diaz. That was a slap your grandma. It's so good. You want to slap your grandma super chat. Absolutely. Betty Egan. Thank you, Betty, for the super chat. Thanks for the suggestions. I don't know what I suggested, but thank you, Betty, for your generosity. It is very, very kind. You guys are amazing today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Willie wants to know, am I going to be on one of the first Wonder of the Sea sailings? Yes, I'm booked right now on the first 2 sailings. I'm not sure we're going on cruise number 2 because we're double booked on that week, but I am booked on the March 4th sailing out of Fort Lauderdale on March 4th, so I can't wait for that one. Very excited. Yeah, I agree with Jenna on this one. Buy them and cruise more. That is definitely the way to go about it right there. Linda's got a great question for us. If I'm already booked for a Royal Caribbean cruise, it's still possible to use MEI travel. And the answer is, it depends on when you booked your cruise, but the answer is yes. I mean, like, if you booked within, and correct me if I'm wrong, is it 60 or 45 days, Becky, or Beth or Rich or anybody in here? There's a certain amount of time you can still transfer it to a travel agent, but if you booked it like a year ago, you know what? I would say this, Linda, reach out to MEI Travel. They've been known to work some magic sometimes with getting that to happen. So reach out to them. They can let you know. Julie wants to know, who is the company that's partnered with Royal Caribbean for the test, and what's their website? It's still, they're all the same test, Julie. Whether you buy from EMED, it's Optum is the one who's selling it, but it's all the Abbott's test. Abbott's is the one, but Optum is the company that's taking your credit card transaction, if that makes sense. So I hope that does. Brittany wants to know, will the rapid test work? Oasis of the Sea, November 7th. What's the capacity on the ship right now? We have somebody in our chat, or 2 people who are on there. You can ask them what the capacity is, Brittany. But the rapid test works. Yeah, the antigen test, that's what I do all the time. If you're fully vaccinated, you do the antigen test. It's definitely the way to go. You get your results back in like less than an hour. So yeah, absolutely. Chuck wants to know, is the ocean water warm at Coco Key in December? It is, yeah. I mean, one person's warm as another person's chilly, but I think it's still warm enough. Remember, the water temperature does not cool down nearly as quickly as the air temperature. So in December, I think you'll still feel pretty darn nice. And if you're from the north, If you're a Josh Carruthers who's coming in from Ohio and you wear shorts every day, you know what? You're getting in that pool. You're going in the ocean because it's cold back home. You're in the Bahamas. You're gonna take advantage of that right there. So, yep. Oh, that's why you're asking. It made it harder to decide. You have a little bit of FOMO. Oh, that looks nice. Oh, that looks nice. Oh, that looks nice. Oh, that looks nice. I don't know what to do now. Yeah, do a little popping around there, 12th man. I think that's the way to go. Colton's got a good question for us. I always tip being that I work for tips. Is it okay that I take off mandatory tips to the front desk on the first day of my cruise? As long as you are still tipping the people that the automatic gratuity goes to, the answer is yes. That's why you have that option to remove the gratuities, because some people like giving people the cash and on hand, for whatever reason. Or the automatic gratuity is not enough. They want to give more than that and just in their way. That's fine. But removing the automatic gratuity is not a mechanism for saving money, for skipping out on gratuities, for whatever. It's just the way it is. It is the social contract that exists, right or wrong. And I'm all for Royal Caribbean taking the gratuities, put in part of the cruise fare, and be done with it. I would sign up for that in a heartbeat. I think many of us would. Unfortunately, that has not happened yet. But until that happens, the gratuity is still part of the experience. But yes, absolutely. If you like tipping, you like giving out that cash, making it rain, that's fine as well. I think we have an epic super chat coming in. It is a slap your goldfish super chat. It's that good. Woo! Jeff Leonard.
Your cousin from Boston.
What is the shelf life until the home test expires? There is a link. Can someone post the link in the chat? I will highlight it here. Jeff, there's a link that you can look up the stock number. So there's an expiration date on the box. It's incorrect. It's based on like a conservative estimate on when they expire. Anyway, it's a certain time. You take that date and you add 3 or 6 months to it. I forget exactly. But there's a link you can do to let me see if I can find it, Jeff. And I can send you a link after this chat here about it. They've all been extended 12 months. Abbott's has extended the shelf life of select Binax now lots for 12 months, originally marked the 6-month expiration date. And I think I found the link here for you, buddy. Yep. I think it's this. Oh boy, let me give you a short link for this, Jeff. 1 second. Jeff, I'm posting this in chat. Check out this link here. I swear that's a legit link. I just shortened it for you. Hopefully that makes sense there. And we have another super chat coming in. Thank you again, Jeff, for your generosity. You are a legend as well. I appreciate you. We have another super chat coming in. Keith Bruce with the super chat. Thank you, buddy. 47 days till Odyssey of the Sea. So many things I want to sign up for, like Virtual World. That's the Zone 0. North Star. So do I have to go to a different place to sign up, or can I sign up at one place? Yep. You know where you sign up? Right here. The Royal Caribbean app. Once you get on board the ship, Keith, go in through the app, check in. You'll be able to book all those things. North Star, Zone 0, all of it is reservable through the app. That's what you want to do when you get on board the ship. I did that when I was on Odyssey. It's super easy. So, yep, you're good to go on that. Becky says, and thank you, Becky, for the update on this. FYI, if you use the official link from Royal Caribbean store for the test, they appear to be available. Right. And thank you, Becky, for confirming that. Of course, the Royal Caribbean uses Optum, so that makes sense. It's just emed.com is out of them. But I'm glad to hear that you can still buy them through Royal Caribbean's website. So there you go. 12th man proud. We got you covered on that one. Daniel wants to know, do you recommend a cabana? You mean a casita on Odyssey? I mean, I personally don't. I'm not a big spend all day at the pool deck kind of guy. If you're a spend the whole day at the pool deck kind of guy or gal, yeah, sure. I mean, it's a dedicated spot. It's yours for the day. You don't have to worry about someone else taking it. There's some nice little benefits. You get some bottles of water and some towels, which you can get on your own, but it's just nice to have them there. You're on vacation. Okay. But, it really behooves you to basically say, do I want to spend all day by the pool? If the answer is yes, then yes. Then it's worth it. Otherwise, not so much. Mr. Cruz, great name. Love the show. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. Thank you. Jack's got a question for us. The limited dining package is not available on my November 15th cruise on the cruise planner for Odyssey. Think it'll be available or not? I'm on the same sailing, Jack. I didn't see it on there as well. I just looked the other day. I don't know. I have seen over the last couple months, the unlimited dining package in general has been there one day, gone the next. I don't know. I can't explain as to why. So it definitely could. I'd keep an eye on it, Jack, but you're not missing anything. I've also noticed that as well for that sailing. There is, I think, the Chops Plus One, which would be essentially a 2-day dining package, with Chops being one of them. But no, unfortunately, they didn't have anything else on there. So, but that's been kind of a trend, if you will, with some of the cruises over the last. I remember when we went on, I think, Odyssey of the Seas over in September. Originally, we had a 3-night dining package because there was an unlimited dining package, and then later on they added it. So, who knows? Who knows? Let's see. Ooh, here's a question from Paul. What's your favorite place? Nightly hangout on, I think, Harmony of the Seas for relaxing and something else. Oh, this is the whole message. For relaxing entertainment on Harmony after dinner. I'm a pub guy, Paul. I love the live music, the guitarist in the pub, but you'll usually find me in there. I like the pub. Others might say the Schooner Bar because you have the piano player. I guess it depends if you like piano music or guitar music. I like guitar music a little bit more. It's a little more, I don't say modern music, but you get some newer tunes in there. But, you know, it also depends on the talent, I would also freely admit. So I generally would say the pub is where I would recommend. Certainly the Schooner Bar. Both of those places are really good options for you. So, Jazz, you don't have to donate. That's not required at all. It's just a way you can. But if you'd like to, basically right next to where you type your chat, you see the little dollar icon? Click on that and YouTube will walk you through that whole thing on there. Dara says, and Dara, I missed your message earlier. What were you asking about first day thing? Anyway, any idea what port may be an alternate to Grand Cayman? I don't. It could be Jamaica, like Falmouth. It could be Sea Day. Sea Day is usually the safe bet, but you never know. It could be Falmouth, though. It remains to be seen. I've not heard of any particular constant in that regard. What is the best thing to do in Roatan? Boy, you know, I did an excursion a couple of years ago called the Mayan Princess, which is booked through Royal Caribbean. It's a semi all-included resort. It's a resort. Most of it is included. It's not quite fully all-inclusive, but you get, you know, food and drinks, and there's enough there to keep you busy. And they had a really nice pool. They have a beautiful beach as well. And I really liked it, actually. I have a review of it at RoyalCaribbeanblog.com. Sprite, if you want to check it out, it's called Mayan Princess. It was at least bookable through Royal Caribbean when I did it. Ken says, Matt, I'm hearing that Royal Caribbean is now accepting mixed vaccines. Can you confirm it is not updated yet, unless literally they changed it in the last hour? I will hang on. I'm gonna double check right now again. But they have not. I think we all assume they're going to, because of course the U.S. government, the CDC, updated their policy. But I'm going to double check for you right now, because if it is, then we've got some breaking news and I got some work to do. No, I still see the old verbiage with like AstraZeneca mixed vaccines not allowed, which I think is going to update. I don't know that for a fact, but yes. Sure. After I'm done over here. David says, can I bring a small personal blender on board to make my own smoothies? You cannot. It's a fire hazard. You may not bring your own blenders on board. No plug-in electronics there for that. So, yeah. I do. I can't wait as well. So if you missed it earlier, Royal Caribbean President and CEO Michael Bailey hinted at a big announcement. What can it be? I really don't know. I have thought about it a lot. I mean, a lot of people I think most consensus is that it is maybe the Icon class, which is the new next class ships Royal Caribbean is going to have. Maybe it's a new port project, an expansion to Coco Key. I don't know. I'm excited for it. It's good to have exciting cruises. It has nothing to do with COVID. Maybe it does. I don't know. But perhaps it is the conditional sail order is going to be expiring and they're going to let it go and we go back to normal. I don't know. It's great. These are all great questions. So we're going to have to find out. And as soon as I know, I'll post about it at RoyalCaribbeanblog.com. Also Jennifer recommend, by the way, in Roatan, yes, I would be remiss if I didn't mention that sloths and monkeys. Little French Key is a very popular area in Roatan as well, for those kinds of things. In my opinion, why isn't Royal Caribbean coming back to New Orleans? They can make more money with their ships elsewhere. I think that's really a fact than an opinion, but we'll call it an opinion. Essentially, ships sailing from other ports can make more money, as opposed to there's more demand for ships from other places than New Orleans. That's essentially why that was the case. That's why Royal Caribbean was putting, Majesty of the Seas, a ship that had no home because Cuba was closed. Like, we got nowhere else to put it. We'll put it in New Orleans kind of situation. So, Sharon Stockman, woo, with an epic super chat. That was the right button. Sharon, thank you so much for the epic super chat. Need to catch up. I was so late tonight. That is a slap your grandma. It is that good of a super chat. It's so good of a super chat. You're going to want to slap your grandma. You should not slap your grandma, but I'm just saying. I'm glad you are here, Sharon. It is good to see you as always. Of course, as you know, you don't have to give me super chats, but I appreciate your generosity. My goodness. Tony says the pub is where Matt grabs the mic and starts singing Lord Help Us All. Facts. Sherry, what is the average wait that anyone has had with Royal Upbid before you're notified of acceptance? I don't know if there's really a going rate or anything like that. I know what you're asking. It can really take up to the day of your cruise. There's no real rhyme or reason or pattern to it per se. I know it's not the answer you're looking for, but there just isn't one, unfortunately. So, hey, the Teresa McChain, thank you again for the super chat. Let's end the night with a Ford. No. Thank you. You guys have been way too generous today already. I'm like, no. Thank you, Teresa. I appreciate you. You know that. Love you. But yeah, no, not necessary. But thank you so much. And Hortensia, thank you again for the epic super chat. Woo! Thanks for all your information for Royal. Officially Diamond now. Congratulations. My goodness. Diamond status. And thank you again for your generosity. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Told them press is so cute. Let her co-host again. Yes, we did the younger one helped me co-host on Facebook, and then obviously Gabby helped me co-host. It was the older one on YouTube. We'll have them back again. I think we'll have to have that a recurring thing, not every week, but when there's a good opportunity, we'll make that work right there. So, I love some of the comments in the chat. I'm just saying, I see them, guys. Let me say, some of you are very creative with the jokes in there. So, what's going on with Ovation? Yeah, unfortunately, I hate to say, she's probably going to warm layup again, Eric. So, Ovation of the Seas just wrapped up her Alaska cruise season, and with her usually she'd be going to Australia now to begin cruises down there. As we all know, Australia is not open for cruise ships, and so Eric, I believe Ovation is going to sit idle. Maybe that's the big announcement tomorrow. Maybe Royal Caribbean will announce tomorrow that Ovation of the Seas is going to go sail out of New Orleans or I don't know where. But as of right now, she's going to go back into the mothball like she was in 2020, essentially, and wait out until Alaska cruise season begins next May. Sad, but it's actually sadder for the crew members. Although they may be able to be transferred off that ship and on some other ships that are restarting. Don't forget, Explorer of the Seas is restarting in November. You've got Navigator of the Seas restarting in November. You got Grandeur in December. So perhaps they don't all have to go home. Perhaps some of them will be able to go on a different ship and continue working, because I feel so bad for those guys, Next question is from Worm. Would you book chops for embarkation for a Thanksgiving cruise? For lunch, I would not. I get too much FOMO, Worm. Like when you first get on board the ship, I want to just eat something quickly and then walk around, explore, do as much as I can. So I don't like sitting around there. For dinner or for Thanksgiving meal or dinner in general, sure, why not? If you like steak, I think it's really great. Phil, when's the new CDC guidelines coming out? I have no idea. It's a great question. A lot of people are wondering when that's going to be. I think, quite frankly, that is why we have not gotten the November protocols yet from Royal Caribbean. I think a lot of that is tied up with that. So it's unfortunate that that's the case. And to Pam's point here, it'd be so great when we don't need to test before a cruise to show our vaccination cards. More so the test. I mean, the vaccination cards is just, it's quick. Here you go. And now you can actually upload photos of them. But I agree with you, Pam. I look forward to a day when we can get back to what I would call 2019 cruising. I agree on that 100%. Let's see. Still in Seattle. Don't know why. Ovation? She's got nowhere to go. It's like where else are you going to go, you know? Devon wants to know, what was the favorite activity on Mariner of the Seas? You know, the escape room was a lot of fun on there. I love trivia as well. I think also going out to the helipad and checking out Sail Away there is cool. But I think trivia, the escape room, the water slides. My kids love the water slides on Mariner of the Seas. So those are really good as well. Let's see. What is there good to do in Costa Maya? My favorite place to go in Costa Maya is a place called Maya Chan. This is not bookable through Royal Caribbean. You have to book it on your own, but it's a resort day pass you get. It's run by some American expats who have the best darn service and best darn food I've had at any all-inclusive. It's really good. It's called Maya Chan, MayaChan. You book it on your own. Just Google that. You'll find the link to them. You can book it over there. I went there in September, and we had a great time. Tom Uli with the super chat. Thank you. Woo! Thank you, Tom. 83 days to sell an Anthem of the Seas. If you book your flight through Air to Sea and the flight gets canceled, does Royal Caribbean guarantee you the next port of call? Two things great on TV tonight. Royal Caribbean blog and Sox versus Houston. Well, I don't know. I don't know what team I'd be rooting for on that one. That'd just make me cry the whole time. But yeah, basically with Air to Sea, if your flight is canceled, they're going to get you on board. They're going to do it. They're going to work on your behalf to get you on there. And there's a lot of levers they can pull, Tom, to make that work. So it kind of depends. I can't tell you exactly what they would do, but it's kind of like a shore excursion in the sense that, yeah, they'll make sure you get on that cruise ship or take care of you as best they can on there. So that's essentially one of the benefits. You know, pre-COVID, Tom, if you were cruising internationally, if you're cruising in Europe, I would have said, Tom, you really should book Air to Sea for that kind of a scenario. Whereas domestically, I was said, not so much. But now with, you know, we've all seen what's been happening with Southwest Airlines, right? You never know. So yeah, having that backup. But of course, as you guys all know, one of the things I always recommend when it comes to flying in for your cruise, always come in at least a day ahead of time. I know you know that, Tom, but just saying, something else to consider. And we also have a super chat coming in from Mr. David Grossi. Thank you, David. Appreciate it. And on that note, we'll answer one more question, guys, then we're going to head on out of here. And we're going to answer Kevin's question. Ken, where did I get Kevin from? Ken's question. Have not had any luck booking Air to Sea. The site keeps telling me they can't find my reservations. It's because I use a third-party agent. No, I booked my Air to Sea with that one. Hold on a second. Go to, I think they're having some sort of an issue because when I go to choiceair.com, Ken, like I went there just myself and it says, Choice Air is currently unavailable. We're going to resolve the issue quickly and apologize for inconvenience. So I think you may have to call. I don't think it's not you, it's them. So that's what I would say. And also your travel agent can hook you up on that. Sherry with a super chat. Okay. Is it true that Royal Caribbean is charging $1.99 per day to use the chat feature we sell on October 30th on Serenade? It is true. Yeah, I wasn't happy about that. When they were testing it out in 2019, it was free. And I thought that made a lot of sense. And now they're charging for it, which is unfortunate because I think it'll just not a lot of people will use it. But yep, $1.99 per person per day. So, yep. And Sharon Stockman, no need for the super chat challenge. I appreciate it. Teresa's already tried, but I appreciate. Thank you for your generosity. You guys, especially you, Sharon, do so much. You all do so much. It is totally unnecessary. Thank you for your generosity. I appreciate you guys just being here, hanging out with me, talking Royal Caribbean. Jackie Byers, thank you for your super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But you guys being here is all I need, and I appreciate. And you guys have been way over generous today, so it really goes a long way to help keep Royal Caribbean blog going, and we get to invest with some of these new videos we're doing. So I hope that you are seeing the fruits of your labor, my labor. I'm not sure, but your benefactor. That's not the right word either. Your support means a lot, and it gets probably put back in there. So, Queen T, thank you for the super chat as well. I'm gonna say some thank you guys to our super chatters today before we get going because we're gonna wrap things up over here. Queen T, thank you for the super chat. Jackie, thank you. Sharon Stockman, thank you again. Sherry Seibert, thank you. David Grossi, thank you. Tom Hooley, thank you. Hortensia, thank you. The Teresa McShane, thank you. Sharon Stockman, my goodness, Sharon, thank you so much. Keith Bruce, thank you. Jeff Leonard, thank you, buddy. Betty Eakin, thank you for the super chat. Totland Proud, my dude, thank you so much. Cruise Addicts, thank you. Jason Anchiles, thank you. Susan Cavallari, thank you very much. 12-Man Proud, again, dude, what a legend. Thank you. Elaine Donnelly, thank you. Randy Patrick, thank you. Jeff Ewalt, thank you. Garrett Salbato, thank you. Rhonda York, thank you. Kimberly Petrie, thank you. Ron Ladowski, thank you. Kim Oakland, thank you. The Teresa McChain, thank you again. Tony Diaz, thank you, Tony, for the super chat. Dark Arts Projects, thank you. The Teresa McChain. I see a trend developing here. Thank you, Teresa, for your generosity. Josh B, thank you for the super chat. Tim Moore, thank you for the super chat. Sue Lee, thank you for the super chat. Brandon Hilliard, hope to see you on Odyssey this season. Brandon, thank you for your generosity. Kenny K, thank you for the super chat. Pam Curtis Davey, as always, thank you. Steve Lewis, thank you. April, thank you. Old School Billy, thank you. John Corey, thank you. And Mr. Josh Carruthers, always appreciate it. And look at this. Oh, my goodness, guys. You guys, appreciate it. Tony Diaz, thank you for the super chat. Can't slap anything with that. This is true. Jeanette, thank you for the super chat. Jeff Merkin, dude, coming in with a slap your grandma super chat. It's so good. Woo! Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you guys. Nathan, thank you for the super chat. Oh my God, you guys are crazy. Absolutely ridiculous, but thank you so much for your generosity. You guys are amazing. Thank you. It's not. Don't you want to go do something else? Don't you want to go, I don't know, watch TV or something? Oh my goodness. Andy, thank you for the super chat. Much appreciated. Thank you. Wowie, wow. This is unbelievable. Thank you so much for everybody. I appreciate you guys being here. Have a great rest of your. You are my TV queen, T says. Okay, well, all right, that's fair. See what else is on. Thank you guys so much. We'll be live again next Monday right here on YouTube. Until then, have a great week, everybody. Stay safe out there. Do something fun. That's important as well. Maybe book a cruise. And we'll talk again very soon right here on YouTube. Sharon Talkman, love you as well. Thank you guys all so much. Have a great night, everybody. See ya.